Welcome back to Turn Pain into Power podcast. Today's episode, is gonna blow your motherfucking socks off. Today's episode is how weak men break women down. Yes, and I will be giving y'all some personal experience because I have been through this with a weak ass knuckle, with a weak man myself. Please remember to check out the custom t-shirts available on TikTok, Pain into Power Shop. And stay tuned because I will be starting my live art showcases this week on TikTok. Remember that I also have my art pieces on my TikTok shop. And again, it's Pain into Power Shop. And remember to thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. This is how you start your journey on turning your pain into power. And show love to the channel, y'all, because people that get on here and speak to the masses about important topics as such are really truly helping those out there with nobody to talk to, with no support, and going through mental health issues. So make sure you show some love to the channel and tune into my live art showcases because it will surely be a vibe. Yeah, so let's hop right into today's topic, y'all. How weak men will break women down. Number one, they will use every and any opportunity to break you down. They will use any and every opportunity to compete with you in order to prove that they are better than you. This takes a toll on your mental health and will slowly but surely break you down mentally. So number one is a weak man will use any and every opportunity to compete with you in order to prove that they are better than you or above you intellectually, mentally, even physically as a man. Because these weak men are very feminine. Only a feminine man feels the need to prove to a woman that they are stronger than them, better than them, even better looking than them. Tell me that ain't some sissy shit, y'all. Excuse the language. But when you think about it and you analyze it, a man that needs to prove to a woman that he is above her, better than her in every aspect in order to break her down mentally, that is some DL shenanigans. Number two, they will project their insecurities onto you by putting you down, by criticizing you every chance that they get. This is emotional abuse. They will also use your insecurities against you. So if they know you're insecure about something, the dynamic that they will create is for them to have the insecurity you have as a strength. So if you're insecure about your weight, they will use that insecurity against you and talk down on you about your weight, while in the same sentence, at the same token, will elevate their self and talk, pretty much criticize you and use it as a comparison and use it as leverage above you. So if you feel like you've gained weight, they're going to talk about how they've lost weight, even if they're fatter than y'all. Y'all, it is sick. It is a sick game. Before I get into number three, I also want to highlight that when a weak man is constantly using your weaknesses, your vulnerabilities against you, and your insecurities against you, in turn, they are also, not only are they emotionally abusing you, but they are also using these tactics to break you down spiritually. Because anytime you start to vibrate high, they have to bring you back down by either using the insecurities as a tool to criticize you and break you down even further. Number three, they will isolate you so that they can abuse you in peace without having to wear a mask in front of your friends and family, which love and support you. Also, when a man feels the need to isolate you because you have too much of a support system, you have too many friends that support you, He needs to make it easier for him to abuse you and break you down. And what easier way than to have you all to himself and be the only support that you have, making himself being the only financial support, emotional support, and physical support that you have in your corner. Yes, y'all. And this makes it very easy for an abusive man to financially abuse you as well. Trust me, I've been there. Number 4, they will sabotage your goals and dreams by constantly putting you in a position where they are not supportive of your goals and dreams, putting you in a dynamic where you have to constantly do all the work alone, even with them, by financially, emotionally, mentally, and physically making you do everything alone. So by not supporting you financially to be able to pursue your goals, by not supporting you with the kids, leaving you any time other than cleaning, slaving around the house, cooking, house duties, and being with the kids. So they won't help with the kids to be able to support you in a way where you can have the freedom and time and financial support to actually pursue your dreams. This is something that I lived through, and that I was able to peep this so quickly, y'all, and God bless me in such a way financially so I can be able to have that freedom to provide for me and my child, because I was already doing it alone with the heifer in the picture, with the abuser in the picture. All he was doing is draining me out of my energy, especially my creative energy, so I wasn't able to really put the energy I needed to towards my dreams. So he would also not help out with the child in a way that will allow me to have any time to be able to do anything outside of being around the house, cleaning and cooking and taking care of the kids. So when a man sees you struggling to pursue your dreams, whether you want to pursue a career path, whether your dream as an artist, as such as myself, which I've been blessed and anointed to be able to speak about these important topics to help others out there that are mentally going through it, that are really going through these abusive cycles with these weak ass men, and even in the family dynamic, and are stuck and are not able to pursue their dreams. You know what I mean? Now, when you have a partner that sees you struggling to, that sees your goals, sees your dreams, but they constantly put you in a position where you have to do everything yourself because they won't support you, well, they'll allow you to have any time back to be able to pour into your goals and dreams. This is an abusive tactic that men use all the time, y'all. When a man makes enough money but starves you off of any financial gain, any financial security, this is financial abuse, y'all. If a man just pays the bills and he knows you have a certain goal and dream, but he doesn't even try to help you gain any financial stability, gain any financial security, that is financial abuse, y'all. This man, this is a tactic to keep you caged into being a housewife. Like, I'm only laughing because I can't believe that we can get sucked into this dynamic with these abusive men, and for so many years, you know what I mean, not pour into ourselves. It's one thing to be a mother and be completely devoted and have a supportive partner, you know what I mean, and it's another thing to have a partner that won't help out with the kids, won't help out financially. It's like they don't want you to succeed in anything other than serving them. That is the key that you need to remember. Number 5, they will emotionally abuse you by using your vulnerabilities against you. And this is subtle, y'all. Not every day they will criticize you by using backhand compliments, by making jokes that will put you down, jokey jokes that are aimed to really hurt you. Not every day they will say something under their breath that they know you heard, to, you know, something that's hurtful. This is something that's subtle because they need to keep that mask on, right? This is aimed to control you and have power over you. Remember, if they can control your mind, they can control your body. If they can control you emotionally, then they got you. You know what I mean? Then you move how they move. If you're vibrating high the moment you feel good, this is when they go ahead and use that tactic. They throw in a little jokey joke that's aimed to hurt you. They throw a little backhand compliment. You know what I mean? So trust, this is to gain control and power over you. And this happens very subtle. They will use your vulnerabilities and your insecurities against you in a way that is masked, so that they can come back and say, oh, you can't take a joke. Oh, you're weak. And that, you know, even comments like that, it's like, okay, if you know somebody is insecure about that, why are you making a joke out of that? I mean, like, it's a joke to you to put them down or to bring them down the moment you see that they are vibrating high. So this is all an attempt to have full control, soul control, and power over you, emotionally, mentally, and physically. Number 6, the emotional abuse intensifies and gradually it gets more frequent. So the emotional abuse starts happening more frequent, and it intensifies by adding gaslighting. So they will betray you more, they will lie more, and now they will also add gaslighting. Because now that they have you in a position where you doubt your own train of thought, like you doubt your own perception on situations, now they easily and more frequently will gaslight you, and then after they will love bomb you to cover it up. Again, they have to maintain this mask so that they can continue to be abusive to you. All of these abusive tactics, y'all, are something that's going to gradually intensify with more frequency. That is why I speak on this, because this doesn't happen just like by mistake. This doesn't happen as a consequence of them going through something bad in their childhood. These abusive tactics that these weak men use to break women down are very calculated. They're very thought of. They're very, very acted. They're very much practiced. You know what I mean? So we're talking about a person that is mentally ill, like a narcissist, that trains their mind, practices these tactics that they use on you. They are all about performance. They try and try and try and try and try again until they perfect their performance. And then notice how after they betray you, after they lie to you, after they do something hurtful towards you, they love bomb you. And then right after they love bomb you, this ain't no consequence, y'all. This is very much rehearsed. This is very much calculated. So please steer clear. These weak ass men don't have no actual depth to them. So they have to manipulate. They have to play their trickster cards in order to keep any woman in place. And not only keep them in place, but also overpower them and then also abuse them while they have them in that position. And the abuse intensifies because it becomes something that they do frequently to hurt you. So they do things to hurt you, they do things to betray you, and then they stand on the corner with a grin in their face, like a sociopath, like a lunatic, y'all, enjoying seeing you hurt, enjoying seeing you take in the abuse and actually be affected by it emotionally. This takes a toll on your mental health, y'all. The more you expose your energy to abusive men, the more you're going to be in a fucked up position. You're going to be messed up mentally, emotionally, physically. And when they did that challenge of women taking a video before they got into that relationship and after that relationship, if that wasn't the clearest depiction of what it looks like to be with an abusive man and how it will have you looking out here in these streets because they will mentally abuse you that bad. This what I do it for, y'all. Yes, y'all. You see, these men will not only abuse you mentally, emotionally, and physically, and they will also take advantage of the simple fact that you are raising the kids while they are in the streets, you know, having access to go out, you know, not just go out and work, but, you know, having access to go out and have friends and, you know, deprive you of the human nature of, you know, going out, socializing, you know what I mean, doing anything other than just being home with the kids. And they will not only take advantage of this, but they will use it as leverage over you to devalue you and to be dismissive over your points of views on anything, y'all, not just with the kids, you know, but on anything, because now they have diminished you to become this person that is just one task, be, you know, slaving, be home with the kids, house duties. And it's one thing to want to be a stay-at-home mom and have goals other than just be a mom, because being a mom is a full-time task, but let's be honest, that's not their sole purpose in life. We all have purpose in this life, and it's not just to clean diapers, is what I'm saying. But again, that role of being a stay-at-home mom, not something that you should be forced into and then diminished into just performing that role in your life, to where now you don't socialize, you don't do anything else other than be home with the kids. But they will also use that as leverage to diminish you and to be dismissive of you, pretty much diminish your very existence, as people do maids. Perfect example. As rich people do maids, some treat their maids with honor, love, respect, because these are the people that are not only taking care of your house, they're also taking care of your kids. But there's other people that are abusive towards their maids, and they diminish them, talk down to them, and, you know, devalue their very existence. These type of people are the type of people that I'm talking about, because it doesn't change with the roles. It doesn't change. They treat everybody across the board, especially their partner. Yes, y'all. So I'm gonna give y'all a little story time, because I've been through this with that ex-narcissist, and hadn't I had the courage and the strength and the faith and the financial independence to get out of that abusive relationship, I myself would have still been stuck in a miserable situation with a weak man that was doing everything in his power to break me down. Now, this man, first of all, tried to bring me down by doing, as what I was just explaining, diminishing my role, sabotaging my goals and dreams by making it damn near impossible for me to have any type of time to pursue those goals and dreams, you know, by not helping around the house, not helping with my baby girl, not helping with the kids, you know, financially abusive by seeing that I was, you know, in a position where I needed their help and will give the bare minimum. So, and that's a long story short, to be honest, because we don't even give them that little bit of attention to speak on them. They're non-existent in my reality, and as they should be in your reality. Anybody that deals with an abusive partner, the moment that they are able to gain their independence and their freedom and their mental health back and get out of that situation and keep anyone that they love away from these narcissists, aka these monsters, aka these abusive men, these abusive people, you know what I mean? Point them out, call them out for what they are, because, you know, they weren't able to accomplish their assignment, which was to break you down. Their entire point was to break you down. If you're good at anything, all glory to God. Anything that I touched turned to gold. Anything that I attempted, I was good at. And a narcissist hates that for anyone else other than themselves. They hate to see a nigga shining, like they say. They hate to see somebody good at something, because the fact that they have this envious spirit, this dark energy, doesn't allow them to be good at anything. So when they see you good at anything, they will do anything and everything in their power to break you down so that you are not able to pursue that, your purpose, your goals and dreams. And one way that he did that was by being financially abusive the moment that he had the chance to be a supportive partner and to put me in a situation where not helping, not being supportive of me, not allowing me to have any time to myself, nevertheless have any type of freedom. And most importantly, by using these emotionally abusive tactics to break me down mentally and emotionally. So yes, y'all, these types of weak men will come in all shapes, types, different sizes. So don't think that just because they're one race, don't think just because they're one type of person or one type of height that it won't happen to you, because they come in all shapes and sizes. I hope that this helps, family. Make sure you thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe to the channel, this is how you start turning your pain into power. And I hope that this gives you the wisdom that you need to see right through these emotionally, mentally, and physically abusive tactics that weak men use to break women down. Thank you for tuning into today's episode on Turn Pain into Power podcast. I love y'all, family, and it is a blessing to be a blessing. Make sure you check out the custom t-shirts, Pain into Power shop, available on TikTok, and tune in to the live art showcases that I will be holding this week on my TikTok. Again, Pain into Power shop. Deuce. Stay safe in these streets, y'all.